Good evening from Painesville and welcome to ELBC Newsline. Today is Monday, December 8th, 2025, and I'm Grace Tower presenting. In the headlines, President Joseph Boakai calls for collective actions to strengthen regional security and cross-border cooperation. Finance minister's absence forces Senate to postpone hearing for much anticipated HPX deal. One dismissed and nine suspended in mass police administrative actions against officers. And away from home, Congo accuses Rwanda of violating peace deal just days after it was signed in Washington, D.C. These stories plus other more developments are all coming up, including our regular features here on this line. But first, a bulletin of news read for us by Nakita Roberts.
President Joseph Boakai has successfully participated in the inauguration of Alassane Ouattara, president of neighboring Ivory Coast. The ceremony drew leaders from across the region, reflecting the significance of Ivory Coast's political stability and influence within West Africa. According to an executive mansion release, President Boakai is present at the inaugural ceremony in Abidjan underscores Liberia's commitment to nurturing strong bilateral ties with its neighbors. The merchant said President Boakai, on the sidelines of the gathering, met with the has met and extended his warm congratulations to the Ivorian counterpart, acknowledging the steady rise in the neighboring countries' role in the sub-region. President Boakai emphasized Liberia's readiness to broaden collaboration, particularly in areas that advance peace, economic cooperation, and mutual development. The Liberian leader further noted that the future of West Africa depends on collective action. He reaffirmed Liberia's commitment to working closely with regional partners to bolster security, improve cross border cooperation, and create a stable environment where citizens can thrive. Meanwhile, President Joseph Boakai is expected back to the country later today. The Senate Joint Committee on Transport, Concession and Investment on Monday postponed hearing until the High Power Exploration HPS agreement. According to the committee, neither was the finance minister present nor any of his deputies. The committee also claimed it did not have agreement documents to hold the much anticipated hearing. Our reporter says several senators, including Samuel Koga, Thomas Yaya Nimley, and Darius DeLong, demanded the presence of the minister or a deputy due to the importance of the agreement. The Joint Committee also requested the ministers of finance, transports, justice, and the National Investment Commission to submit all relevant documents regarding the agreement signed between the government and the HPX company before Thursday. The HPX agreement was submitted to the Senate recently by President Joseph Boakai for ratification. The Liberia National Police (LMP) has dismissed one officer and suspended several others in violation of duty ethics and internal regulations. Patrolman Gerald Watson of the Emergency Response Unit (ERU) was dismissed for accumulating 117 days absence without official leave. According to the police, Officer Watson's prolonged absence undermined the smooth operation of the police force. The LNP also suspended patrolmen Barbison Babe, Aloysius Santolo, Afonso Kwemnu, and Ifrena. Others include Alfred Goma, Ralph Gay, Jerry Cado, Makado Tor, and Vanka Makate. According to a release, the actions were taken before October 9 and November 2025. The LMP stated that the decisions were taken based on investigative reports forming recommendations from its professional standards department and with the endorsement of the Inspector General. The Liberia National Police noted that collectively the decision underscores its commitment to accountability, transparency, and the rule of law. The Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency has launched a nationwide festive season operation, codenamed Operation Clean Wave. The campaign targets drug trafficking, drug abuse, and related criminal activities during the holiday period. According to a release, the operation aims to ensure safe celebrations through increased patrol civilians, and coordinated security efforts. During the launch, LDEA officer in charge, Fitzgerald Biago, reminded officers of the need to uphold professionalism, integrity, discipline, and respect for human rights. Meanwhile, the officer in charge further cautioned them to work in teams and prioritize safety throughout the operation. A 48-year-old man identified as Ansu Sise is undergoing police investigation for allegedly raping a 15-year-old girl in the Mana River Congo area in Great Cape Mount County. Community Watch Forum of Liberia Deputy Vice Chair for Training, Kristen Weah said the suspect committed the act on Saturday and absconded to Sierra Leone. He was later arrested by the Watch Forum members in the area through the help of the Sierra Leonean authority. Asu Sise has been turned over to the Liberia National Police for preliminary investigation before being forwarded to court for prosecution. The Community Watch Forum of Liberia's Deputy Vice Chair for Training added that their recruitment and training of manpower in Grand Cape Mount County has begun, bearing fruitful results in detecting, arresting, and reporting criminal activities in the region. A 3-day workshop on sexual and reproductive health and rights, waste management, and practical skills training is taking place in Liberia. The workshop is being hosted by Our Children Future Incorporated. It is designed to equip participants with essential knowledge on personal health, environmental sustainability, and income generating skills that promote self reliance. OCF Executive Director Josephine Barkley said the initiative forms part of the organization's broader commitment to empowering young women and girls across Liberia. Madam Barkley said access to accurate health information and practical skills remain critical in addressing the challenges faced by women and girls, particularly in underserved communities. Also speaking, participants Harriet Zuze welcomed the initiative, describing it as timely and impactful. The Kuwait Fund for Arab Economic Development renewed finance its commitment to finance the Banga Malikoma Highway. The commitment followed a meeting held between a delegation of the Kuwaiti Fund and Finance and Development Planning Minister Augustine Gafwan on Monday. The senior engineer advisor at the Kuwaiti Fund, Niwa Fiz Al Dabos, said they are visiting Liberia to finalize the technical mission concerning the corridor from Salaye to Konya Lofa County. According to a release, the Kuwaiti Fund is one of the original Arab lenders and a principal financier of the Banga Menikoma Road project. Discussions center on accelerating implementation of the Salaye and Konya section of the highway. Finance Minister Augustine Gafwan expressed profound appreciation on behalf of President Joseph Boakai for the fund's enduring support towards this major road corridor. Minister Gafwan further assured the Kuwaiti Fund that the government of Liberia will fully uphold its commitment to the project. Governance Commission Acting Chairman Alaric Topa is calling for the revision of some policy documents to meet current day's realities. Professor Topa recommended the rewriting of the Constitution and the country's history to confront the changing circumstances and provide a comprehensive historical outlook. According to him, the Commission is reviving the National History Project and engaging the University of Liberia to serve as host.
Corruption is one of the problems that usually undermine the full intention of well-being government. For this reason, we are very concerned and respectful corruption. The National Corruption Strategy is outdated. It needs to be revamped, updated. Through the Governance Commission, Law Reform Commission, and the LSDC, fighting corruption, and the updating of the counter-corruption strategy.
Professor Alaric Topa said the Governance Commission is also in consultation with the Law Reform Commission to approve the revision of the Constitution of Liberia as some of the provisions are no longer relevant. Speaking at a news conference on Monday, Professor Topa named corruption as a major element that continues to undermine good governance. Meanwhile, the Commissioner for Monitoring and Evaluation, Research and Publications, Stanley Caligli, has spoken of provisions in the Constitution that needs to be revisited. Commissioner Kaliki believe those provisions need to be changed to reflect the Constitution. Also speaking, Governance Commission, Commissioner for Civic Engagement, National Identity and Visionary, Satiros Kebe said the National History Project will be inclusive of both past and present occurrences in the country. Madam Kebe said it is aimed at providing a comprehensive historical happening to the present and unborn generations. The National Lottery Authority has launched its National Food Program for people living with disabilities in Neba County. The program is intended to support the disabled community as part of the NLA's way of identifying with needed during the festive season. According to our correspondent, that's NLA presented 50 bags of 25 kg rice, vegetable oil, and Vita cubes, among others. NLA Director Prince Domaso said the gesture is one of the institution's regular activities and its previous festive season, the NLA gave full attendance to the disabled community in Margibi and Bon counties. Meanwhile, the head of the disabled community in Nemba County, Dixon Toje, thanked the NLA for the gifts and is appealing to government to provide scholarships programs to the future to promote the future of education in that part of the country. The opposition People's Action Party has called on the government to think and act ambitiously in order to change the lives of citizens and develop the country. PAP National Chairman Ahmed Shirley believes that projects the government is undertaking are small to make tremendous impact. Chairman Shirley said the government has reduced the price of rice, stabilized electricity, and made some roads pliable. More still needs to be done to fast track major developments across the country.
But without putting ourselves to fully realize the potential of this country. And if we don't do that, then what we've done is we've lowered the expectation.
The People's Action Party chairman told the Super Morning Show on Monday that Liberia's underdevelopment has largely been due to government's inability to undertake big development projects. And the Justice Ministry has signed a memorandum of understanding with the United Kingdom on the governance and management of Liberia's forests. The partnership agreement aimed to strengthen Liberia's forest governance and benefit the country and citizens who directly depends on it. Speaking at the signing ceremony on Monday in Monrovia, Justice Minister Councillor Oswald Twere said the MOU is a deliberate expression of government's commitment to the arrest agenda for sustainable development.
Nakita Roberts there with the shape of the news bulletin. She makes a return later with the weather and our international development. One of the stories we are following this evening, Finance Minister's absence forces Senate to postpone hearing for much anticipated HPX deal. President Joseph Boakai on Monday participated in the inauguration of Alhassan Ouattara, president of Ivory Coast. The Liberian leader was joined by leaders from across the region, reflecting the significance of Cote d'Ivoire as political stability and influence within West Africa. Emmanuel Bondo has been reading through an executive mansion release and now reports.
The ceremony brought to